Hi, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading is the yearly reading for 2022. So the way that I do the reading is I set out a card for each of the months, and then I will pull one card from the other deck as the overall energy for the year for you. I apologize for being a bit late, but I did want to get this yearly spread out to everybody. So I will be putting this out, and then you'll see that immediately afterwards I'll be posting the January mid-monthlies. All right, for the reading, I'm using the Chris Ann, the Muse Tarot deck, right? And I'm also using this Star Spinner Tarot deck. So these are the two decks that I will be using if you're interested. Okay, so the Muse and the Star Spinner. If you are new, welcome, welcome. If you like what you hear today, I hope that you will choose to stick around and give the video a like. That definitely helps my channel. And if you do enjoy it, that you will subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you here. For those of you who have been with me, thank you very much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I look forward to all of the readings that I'm going to get to do for your signs throughout the year. Okay, so I will stop for 1 second and I will see each of the signs for the yearly reading. Hi Taurus, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So the way that we're going to do the yearly is I have already been shuffling off camera and focusing on your sign, but I will now give the deck a few more shuffles, and then we will have one card for each month of the year. What are the messages for 2022 for the earth sign Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? Messages for 2022. Messages for Taurus. Okay, we'll do one last shuffle, Taurus. And divide the deck. And here we go. So you start off with the month of January, and you have the Three of Coins. So starting off strong here with a focus on your finances, work, partnerships, partnering up with others, followed by, for the month of February, another three, the Three of Wands. Wow. So there could be, new horizons, a new venture. Again, could be a partnership. I'll get into each of the cards in greater detail in a second, but very strong start to the year. Wow. And for the month of March, we have the Eight of Wands. So news coming in. Could be travel, fast-paced news, but very positive. We have Temperance. This is Major Arcana number 14 for the month of April. For the month of May, you have the Ace of Chalices. Beautiful. For June, we have the Tower, Major Arcana number 16. Move this up so everything will fit. For July, you have Major Arcana number 20, Judgment. For August, you have the Six of Chalices, or Six of Cups. September, you have the Nine of Swords. October, Major Arcana number 21, the World. November, Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot. And December, you have the King of Coins, so the King of Pentacles. So you are beginning and ending the year with a very strong focus on your money, right, on your career, but definitely a huge improvement going from the Three of Pentacles all the way to the King, there's a significant jump as far as, you know, sort of a leveling up as far as your finances go, or even, you know, your career, the position that you're currently in. This could be like a huge promotion coming in over the year. But let's go ahead and get the overall energy, and then I'll go through the spread. So what is the overall energy for the sign of Taurus for 2022? Oops, just knocked the camera, sorry about that. So overall energy for the sign of Taurus. What does Taurus need to know? Overall energy for the year 2022. What is the overall energy for the year, Taurus? I feel like that one wanted to flip over there, so we will take it. Wow. And you have another 3 as your overall energy. So this is Major Arcana number 3. This is the Empress. So your energy for the entire year, Taurus, is that of abundance, of growth potential. This can be, you know, sort of just looking at this first row for the first quarter of the year, or first 3 months. Yeah. It can be a significant growth period for you, giving birth to new projects, new ideas. For some of you, there could actually be giving birth, right? There could be, and you do have the Ace of Chalices coming in here in the month of May, which can represent news of a pregnancy, birth of a child. It can also be, you know, a new relationship starting up, but there is this message of pregnancy. So for some of you, obviously this is not going to resonate with everybody, but some of you, there, you know, you might be looking at a pregnancy this year. But in general, you know, the Empress is great abundance. She is, you can see here, she has all of the, you know, this light coming out of her heart chakra, and she is like the, you know, the mother figure in the tarot. So she's very, and also 3s in the tarot, they do represent abundance. I mean, we have, you know, this would be like the 3rd number 3. So it's an incredible amount of abundance coming in and growth potential for you this year. So we'll go sort of, I'll do like this, and we'll look at each row like sort of the 3 months together. So January, February, March, you have, you know, a definite focus on finances, career, partnering up with others. The 3 of Coins can be where, you know, you have reached a certain milestone, and now you're kind of looking at where you are, what you want to do. Do you need to partner up with somebody to get there? You know, how are you going to achieve, or how are you going to go from this 3 of Pentacles all the way to the 10 of Pentacles, or even the King? What is it that you need to do? So there's a sort of reevaluation of where you are and what you're doing, followed by this, you know, expansive energy of the 3 of Wands. This can be something to do with overseas, like dealing with companies or people at a distance or overseas. It can be, you know, it's waiting for your ships to come in. So waiting for news to come in, possibly from overseas. It can be travel. And you have another card which also represents news coming in, usually quite quickly. This is that back and forth communication by email or text messaging. Generally, it is positive. So this is, you know, the news of the job coming in, or the news of movement. This could be you traveling, going by plane somewhere, going to work in a different country. If it's not, then there's definitely an element of this 3 of Wands and 8 of Wands of dealing with somebody possibly who's not from the same country or culture as you are. And you also have the World down here, so there's, you know, more kind of reference to somebody from a different place or a different country. So the first 3 months, it looks like there could be very fast-paced changes coming in for you. You know, improvement, things really picking up over the first 3 months. The second 3 months of the year, we have Temperance, which is a card of balance. It can be waiting, possibly delays, but there's like a waiting element with the Temperance card. But it's also about, having that balance in your life. So the home and work balance, or balancing all the different areas of your life, followed by this new offer. It can be an offer of love. Like I said before, it could be a news of a pregnancy, birth of a child. If it is to do with like a new job, it's something that's going to make you very happy, right? You're going to feel very good about this, because the Suit of Cups it's water energy, so it has to do with your feelings, emotions. So, something coming in that makes you feel very happy. And then we have this huge change coming in around the middle of the year for you. Now, the Tower, like I usually say when I'm doing readings and the Tower comes up, it doesn't necessarily have to be negative. I know that sometimes people can, look at the Tower card and feel a little scared. It is kind of a scary looking card. We have the building here, the tower, it's being struck by lightning. You can see that everything is sort of falling off the tower there. But what's important to remember with the Tower card is that the foundations upon which the tower was built, they probably weren't that sturdy to begin with. And so when something happens like a tower moment, yes, it can most of the time catch us off guard, right? We're definitely not expecting it. But it's all about how we approach this tower moment. So, if we approach it from a more like willing to sort of embrace it or adapt from that kind of perspective, then obviously we're going to have a very different experience with the Tower card than if we view it, with fear, or, like not being willing to accept whatever this huge shakeup is. But it is a major change coming in, right? It does represent, upheaval, just being caught off guard. So there might be, and it could have to do with, there's a change in residence. There could be, that could be the Tower moment where you have to move very quickly. And the Tower, and then I know I'm sort of jumping down here, but the Nine of Swords, these are the only two, negative, if you want to think of them as negative cards in your spread. Everything else is just very, very positive, right? So I do believe that this is how you approach this Tower situation. Embrace the change. The shakeup is coming in for your good, right? So just keep an open mind about that. And now, as you head into the second half of the year, you have Judgment, the Six of Chalices or Six of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. So Judgment can be a significant decision that needs to be made, like a judgment call. It can also be getting a call, being called back. If, say, you've gone out for a position and you didn't hear, or maybe you heard, but you weren't successful the first time, and then you get a call back, right? Or it's getting a second chance at something. It can be, in any area of your life. Obviously, with these general readings, this can be a call back, getting back with somebody from the past. It can be, going back to work somewhere where you used to work. It can be, reconnecting with the Six of Cups coming in the next month. That could be something to do with, going back to where you used to live, dealing with people, that you used to know when you were a child or younger, or going back to work at a certain place. Because it is, it's a very nostalgic energy, the Six of Chalices. And that's fine if you do decide, if there is some type of return, whether this is on the work front or a relationship front, just make sure that you are very clear about how things really used to be, so just remember them as they truly were, and not with these rose-tinted glasses that oftentimes we tend to look back on the past like, oh, everything was wonderful. No, it probably wasn't that wonderful. So just be a little more realistic if you do sort of look at getting back with somebody or going back to something. The Nine of Swords is, it's oftentimes referred to as the nightmare card. It's being kept up at night with worry. So that could be, that could have to do with this getting back, or, should I go back to this, or should I get back with this person? There's a worry that could be keeping you up at night with this showing up. And this is in the month of September. So as you head into the winter months, or, late fall, just, I would say be mindful. It might be a good idea to drink herbal tea at night. I'm getting, just to kind of put or reflect, like do a little bit of meditation, clear your mind before going to bed at night. That might help as well. Now, the last 3 months of the year are beautiful. You have the World, which is a card of celebration. It's a card of completion, right? It's the last of the major arcanas. So it's ending out a cycle, and a pretty significant one, right? So again, if there is a pregnancy coming in, this could be the end of a cycle of you, not having children, or you being single. It could be, the end of one work career. Maybe you're heading in a different direction, but it's a major chapter in your life. But there's success, right? In November, we have success coming in very quickly with the Chariot card. It is a card of victory, but it's victory that's hard won, right? You've fought very hard for this victory, but there's victory nonetheless. And you end the year with the King of Pentacles, which is, this is the King Midas card. Everything he touches turns to gold. He's very financially stable, very, very lots of very abundant, right? Abundance in his life. So no worries about money. He's living that sort of very cushy life. You can see he has this beautiful mansion behind him. He's sitting here with his gold crown. Lots of prosperity. So you head out of 2022, in this really powerful position of, completion and victory, financially stable. There's been a huge amount of growth, possibly with a new career, a new job, possibly with a new relationship or a pregnancy. And then, this overall energy of the Empress, which is great abundance. Now, just looking at the major arcanas, so you have here number 14 of the major arcana, Temperance, could be dealing with a Sagittarius in the month of April. We have the Tower. Tower's associated with the sign of Aries. Okay, so 2 fire signs here. We have Judgment, which is associated with the sign of Scorpio. We have the World, associated with Capricorn. And the Chariot, which is Cancer. So, and the Empress. The Empress it's your own sign, Taurus and Virgo. So you're showing up very strongly here, right, as this overall energy. But it does look like a very powerful year for you, Taurus. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful 2022. Bye for now.